good, y'all? On Jerry, about to check out 10 wrestlers who should have had custom title belts. This video is by Parts for Unknown. When a wrestler has a custom title belt, that means that wrestler is so over with the crowd to the point where the company feels as though he or she deserves a run with having a custom title, such as like somebody like John Cena, who was over with the crowd, and WWE kind of put the batter on his back and had him run. Once he won the WWE Championship, they had him change the title of the design into the Sprinter belt, and they kept that design for almost close to 10 years, I think, almost 10 years before The Rock came in and changed the belt design, and Edge as well. But I'd like to see who other wrestlers who had custom title belts. And before I get into the video, man, I want to thank y'all so much for watching my videos, subscribing to my channel. My new goal right now is to get the channel to 2,000 subscribers, man. If y'all can do that and help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. I will continue to put out more videos, and that's about it. So let's hop into it.
Get your belts and belt-related content here, folks. Come one, come all, get your belts. They won't hold your pants up, but they'll make you look cool. Unless they've got a hideous demon face on them. And that's a statement that can be used about The Fiend and Jeff Hardy.
I hated that belt.
Most custom wrestling belts are a bit crap. Changing the colours, a la Miro and Scorpio Sky, can be simple and fun. When it comes to major alterations, wrestling's track record of fashion is a bit less than perfection. For every Smoking Skull title, you have a Rated R spinner. For every Eco Warrior hemp belt, you have a Tommy Dreamer New York hardcore title. Stay in this, Tommy. But the question remains, should more people have been given custom belts? Why not? We needed a list topic, and you people bloody love belts, according
Kofi
to our
probably
analytics.
could have
Why'd you keep watching videos about them? Some of these might be dumb ideas, but it's just a bit of fun. I'm Adam, hailing from Parts for Unknown, and these are 10 wrestlers who should have had custom title belts. And while you're here, subscribe to Parts for Unknown and watch all of our other belt-based content. We've done lists about worst titles, we've done lists about other custom belts, and Laurie's even done an explain video about how they're made, which is lovely. Watch that. Number 10, The Undertaker. Specifically Biker Undertaker. Why not make that bit of nonsense a bit more fun to laugh at? Everyone likes to clown on Mark Callie from Death Valley for his limp Bizkit era, and for good reason. Look at him and his soon-to-be libertarian brother, the demon hanging out with a biker, 2000s. Anyway, The Undertaker only had one
That was a great character to me.
While riding his chopper to the ring, beating Hulk Hogan for the belt in May of 2002, before dropping it to The Rock 2 months later. I'm sure that iteration of the belt had only just been introduced, but I reckon we could have seen something. I love
that title design right there. This is one of my favorite title designs ever.
Probably wouldn't be, but it could be.
Along with the TNA World Championship.
Be a little more Smoking Skull, a little less Jay Briscoe headband and bad flag. And in our hypothetical world of hypothetical nonsense, Biker Taker is a cool biker belt. Why not? Number 9, Kane. Speaking of that demon brother, this one would probably rely on Kane holding the WWF title for more than just one day in 1998, so we're really getting hypothetical here. But considering the stakes involved for his title match with Steve Austin at King of the Ring 98, where Kane had said if he lost he would have had to set himself on fire, it would be neat as hell if even for one night, if Kane emerged having set the world title on fire. Imagine him with a custom title belt all melted and disfigured in a moment of tormented pyro.
That would have been cool.
Kane should have had more of a run as a top monster in the Attitude Era than he got, but a long run as world champion with a belt mutilated to be as disfigured as him would have been a ton of fun to play with for the monster that did such great storytelling without many words. Number 8, Cesaro, because Tempest really wanted just one European wrestler to turn the United States Championship.
They should have brought the European Championship back.
Cesaro had a pretty quick rise to mid-card gold in 2012, debuting after WrestleMania and winning the title on the SummerSlam pre-show in a match where Santino's sock puppet refused to cooperate with him because it was in love with Aksana. Wasn't the PG era just fucking awful? But after winning the gold, Cesaro completely plateaued. He lost a staggering amount of singles matches despite being champion. Makes sense, being a mid-card champion with a death sentence in PG era WWE, but his whole character at the time was that he was a man from Europe. He would say words in 5 different languages every week. He was paired with Aksana. What better way to cap all this off than by defacing the US title, making it the new European Championship in classic Lance Storm WCW fashion until someone could beat him for it. Number 7, Triple H, because who better to commission a custom custom belt than those in charge. Triple H didn't do much with his final WWE Championship reign in 2016 outside of an excellent match at Roadblock against Dean Ambrose and a dog-ass match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And what would make his reign a little more unique? An ultra-serious belt for an ultra-serious man. We debated whether Tripp's Authority run or his McMahon-Helmsley run would be better suited for a makeover, but in the end, it really did come down to the fact that the Big Eagle belt is good and the current belt is bad, which may come up again in a little while. You know that if Triple H was to have his own Authority custom belt made, it would very least have had not a half-assed design. During his King of Kings era, he'd have to imagine we get something to back up that moniker, and before people get on me, yes, I know that everyone gets their belts customized by the little side plates things, but a custom championship that does not make. Number 6, broken Matt Hardy. Move over, disgusting Jeff Hardy demon face. You're about to have company. While it's yet to work quite as well since, the broken Matt Hardy character worked to properly make the Hardys and TNA itself relevant again in the mid-2010s. With that in mind, it's ludicrous to think that Matt Hardy didn't get a run as TNA World Champion during his most creatively successful period. He had 2 reigns in the lead up to his breaking point, but after that he never saw the belt again. In a hypothetical world of hypothetical nonsense,
he never had a championship run.
Matt getting the run he should have had as the top star of TNA at the time. With that run would certainly have come a
there was some best times in wrestling
that would have undoubtedly been a Matt Hardy
2015, 2016.
Something I do not have my third eye open wide enough to visualize properly. At its worst, it would have been another painting made by Jeff that we could send to the depths of wrestling hell where it could keep its fucking brother fucking company. Number 5, New Day. These belts are about selling merch, right? Well, why not give the kings of tag team merch making another excuse to shell some more? The New Day sold cereal, they sold unicorn horns, they may have sold pancakes. I don't know if those ever officially hit the merch stand, but if they did, you can bet your bootios the New Day would try to sell them. So in a more traditional wrestling merch sales pitch, at any point in their decade-long run together, the New Day should have introduced custom tag team belts. Forget for a moment that the WWE tag designs have also been quite bad for the last 12 years. Now, there are so many possibilities here. You could have had a unicorn belt with horns on them, although now I say that out loud, that would start to resemble a strap-on. A little too much for my liking, so let's move on quickly. Their initial heel run could have seen them put smiley faces and
cartoon versions of them on the title.
The titles as their continued way of sticking it to the fans and their constant negativity, or honestly just belts with a big old bunch of colour thrown in to match their fun attires. Tell me you wouldn't sell New Day belts, WWE. You'd sell more of them than you sold that $6,000 Fiend face.
The New Day belts probably would have sold out.
Chris Jericho, a more current answer now, just to really lean into how absurd it is to say the words Chris Jericho Ring of Honor World Champion. The current / original iteration of the ROH World Championship, while classic, is a little bit bland and doesn't quite mesh with the over-extravagant sports entertainer shtick Chris Jericho's been doing in 2022. So what better way to shit on the legacy of the very traditional, very serious pro wrestling Ring of Honor title than by making it decked out in the gaudiest manner possible? And you know what? It'd be hideous and everyone would hate it, and I hate the taste of the words about to leave my lips, but fuck it, it's a bit of fun. Make it a spinner belt. An R on one side, an H on the other, and a big spinning O right in the middle. It would be, frankly, the exact type of heel heat that Chris Jericho is looking for with his current character, and now I will only be a little disappointed if we don't see that. Number 3, CM Punk. From one spinner belt to the next, there's no reason whatsoever that the most anti-establishment wrestler WWE had seen since Steve Austin a decade earlier should have returned to Raw with John Cena's fucking spinner belt in his hands. At the very least, he should not have carried it for 434 days. Punk himself has said that he should have been the one to unveil the new WWE Championship.
Should have been.
The Rock, and he's 100% correct on that. Of course, this makes it less of a custom WWE title belt and more of a rechristened WWE title belt, but semantics make lists tedious, and this is a hypothetical list about hypothetical bollocks, so do one. WWE didn't do a lot of things right with their handling of CM Punk at the time, but holding the spinner belt that was several years out of style may seem like an insignificant one, but it could have been a little change that would have had so much more to his legacy of the title run. I don't know that introducing a big logo would have helped because of the whole anti-authority thing. He could have had a different title, but a spinner belt was always John Cena's belt. It's got the word champ written on it, for God's sake, and for as hot as Punk was at the time, he needed a belt to match his identity. Number 2, Roman Reigns. Unify the fucking belts. Why'd you give him both if you didn't want to? The big logo belt has been around for a very long time at this point, all the way back to 2013 if you consider The Rock's big logo belt to be the same one, even if you don't know, very similar. And it feels like time for the WWE Championship and the Blue Universal title to get a fresh coat of paint. Doesn't mean just changing the colour of the belt again. We seem primed for a proper undisputed championship belt to be awarded to Roman Reigns after WrestleMania 38, 20 years after Triple H received the new undisputed belt after WrestleMania 18. You can make it a tribal belt, even of some sort, play up the tribal chief character even more. It's the best story in WWE right now, for God's sake. And even if you don't want to do all of that, just give him a new belt anyway.
Yeah.
Stop. Why is he still carrying both? Why don't WWE know what to do right now? You shouldn't have given.
That's because they want to split the titles up sooner or later.
AJ Styles. Should AJ Styles have gotten a custom WWE Championship? Not really. Should he have gotten a custom TNA Championship? Maybe, but probably not. No, dear listener, we are aiming to piss off the people most piss-offable today, because AJ Styles should have had himself a custom IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and Tempest just shriveled up and died in a corner. Custom might be a bit of a stretch here, because a full-on redesign of a belt for one person may not work perfectly with New Japan Pro Wrestling's more traditional presentation of fan base, but at the very least, seeing as Bullet Club were the spiritual succession to the NWO at the time, they were doing things in the company that no other wrestlers were doing with total disrespect, spray painting, and maybe even vandalizing the most beautiful belt in all of professional wrestling would undoubtedly draw wicked heat for AJ Styles, the wicked leader of this group of wicked boys. AJ Styles was a great IWGP champion in 2014 and 2015, and would have been the perfect candidate to be the face to deface the place. And that's our list. What wrestler do you think should have got a custom title belt, and what should that belt?
Alright, y'all, another great video, man. Leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.